Hi guys, welcome to the 7 Money Show with me, your host Sean. Well, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who everyone who's been subscribing recently. Overwhelmed. Unless you didn't know, I started this channel with my son. He's still my executive producer. For everyone who subscribes, I put money into his account, so he's a happy boy. So keep those subscribes coming in, and likes and comments. Each one of them, he earns money towards. Now we are going on to my speculative companies, Powerhouse Energy Group. Now, sorry, I spoke about this in another Discord, and it's had a run up and a pullback. Now, why Powerhouse Energy? They're in the planning stage of hydrogen power plants. Now, everyone's going into hydrogen battery makers, hydrogen lorry makers, but no one's going into the actual plants that make the hydrogen for the battery. They're going into Plug Power, yes, and I understand that, especially since Plug Power have signed a deal with Renault where they're getting 50-50 deal. Renault make the trucks and Plug Power do the batteries and the infrastructure. Now, with this, they're planning to build up to 70 plants. Now, they will get a grant of $500,000 per plant per year if they do it. That will be $35 million. Of course, they've got to do it first. That's the tricky bit. Now, this is the thing. Now, if you go to the balance sheet and you look at it, you think, oh no, their assets are a third of their liabilities. But this was back in June. They've since done a raising, and Yahoo Finance haven't updated, and they now have cash on their balance sheet, which makes it a bit more secure. Don't get me wrong, it's still a speculative play. They're only in the planning stage, so it's still worth going in my opinion. Now we have Sumo Group PLC. I've spoken about them before. Now it is a profitable gaming group, and if we go across to the balance sheet, you will see, well, no long-term debt, no current debt, it's just accounts payable. They're basically debt-free. This is from like December 2019. If you check the updated ones, they have no debt on their balance sheet. They've increased their revenue this last year. Of course, all gaming companies have. They have managed to wipe their debt off their books, and it's a company I like the look of, especially when you see how many insiders and institutions are involved in it. Now, because a month ago it was half that amount, which means there's been buying in there, and the only thing against it is the growth hasn't been as good as some other companies, or as it should have been in the same sector. But still, I'm willing to overlook that. Any company that has zero debt and is profitable is a company I'm interested in. Slack Technologies. Now, I've spoken about Salesforce, and I'm in Salesforce, and I was happy to see Cramer give it a pump today, earlier in the week, and I don't know what happened to me. He just said, I like plug. I was just about to put in a meme where I inserted but in between them, love and plug, and then he started speaking about Salesforce, and I was just too happy to create a meme, or a GIF, I mean, sorry. And I've been banging the drum on Salesforce for weeks, how it's at a level you need to get at. It's because people don't like this acquisition, but in a year's time, or under a year's time after the acquisition, it's not going to matter anymore. They've had a cracking year. They are continuing to have amazing quarters, and they are going to do amazing. Now, for those of you who can't afford to get into Salesforce, or don't want to pay the price for Salesforce, even at these figures, might want to look at buying Slack instead. And I know it's run up so much, but I think Slack's the kind of acquisition that it will end up like some of Microsoft's acquisitions or Coca-Cola's, where it ends up doing nothing for them and they let it go, or it just ends up shelved, or it ends up being amazing acquisition for them, and it makes the company. And they're paying 27 billion for the company. It's a 24 billion valuation at the moment. So you're already 3 billion up already. Not you personally if you buy a share, but if you were to buy the whole company. Now they're going to do it in a cash and share issue. So I understand why people wouldn't want to go into Salesforce, because they're thinking, well, more shares are going to go on the market when they buy this. People are selling out, But at the same time, I think picking up Salesforce and Slack same time, you can't go wrong. Now, Dropbox, I've been saying for a while, like anything under 25 is a good entry point. Anything under 20 is a scooping up point. And I don't know why people aren't picking them up, but it's fine for me. Now, an EV company that people don't seem to be talking about. An EV bus company, actually, that's come on my radar recently. Psth. I don't know too much about it. It's a Canadian one, except it's going to be opening another plant in America. I think it's California. Now, it makes buses already. It sells them. Now, the thing is, its financials are okay. It's got enough in the current assets to outweigh the total liabilities as well as the current. So I think if you hold it long term, it will go up. It could 10 or 20x. People are going into Proterra, and keep an eye on that share price. Not Proterra, sorry. People are going in Proterra as like 5 times the value of that. Now, don't forget to hit the like button, comment in the box below, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next video.